Welcome to Pathway 254. Today we are on our third episode, and on this desk we've brought many things to do with the careers and mentorship on how someone can really have a smooth life on campus. So today I want to introduce to us Bwana Stephen Maranga. How are you doing?
Fine.
So once again today I want us to tell our students who have already secured a place at campuses or tertiary institutions in Kenya, what should they expect on campus?
The first message to every other student, because placements, as we know, they were done recently. Maybe most of the students, they know where to go. And to those ones, we say congratulations. And also in this episode, I would also want us, we also talk about those who did not join and what maybe they can do afterwards. But first, congratulations, you've been placed in a campus or a tertiary institution, a college, TVET college, and the rest of the institutions, even TVCs. First of all, you should understand that you are not the first one, nor will you be the last one. Many have come before you, many will come after you. And therefore, what you do there is what will distinguish you from the many thousands and millions of students who have also gone through the same system that you've gone through. What you do there, how you spend your time, what you do with your time in campus will determine a lot of things, will distinguish you from those who have been there before and those who will come. The second thing I would like to tell you is that the time is too long and also too short. Too long if you think that there is nothing much to do, and too short if you focus on the right thing.
Wow, Mr. Maraga, you mentioned really a very important aspect which is key in every student, the aspect of time. Now, according to you, in this time that you mentioned here, how can the student really manage the time to attend all the classes? You understand that the schedules are tight, and maybe there is that other student you find that a student is having a business on campus. How can all this be achieved?
Now, there is something people usually say, because we have proponents and the others who claim that it is not important really to go to a tertiary institution. There is one thing that they say that is very correct, that you going to campus is not really a very special thing, and it is not a very special thing in this way. If you go there and you are most of your time you are just there as a formality or as a figurehead, somebody else who has a clear focus on their life, what they want to do, may not join campus and they'll make it earlier than you. That is a fact, but that is not to discourage you. Number one, you should have a way, you should know where to go, and we've discussed this a lot of times here at Pathway 254. You should know what you want. You've gone to campus, you're doing this course. Say you've taken a course in business. You should be knowing at the end of this course, what do I want to achieve? Do I want to be employed somewhere? Do I want to run a business of mine? Do I want to do, what do I want to do? And once you know that, during the times, because most of the times you'll find that you have a lot of free time, little of money and little of skills. During your free time, the time when you're not in class, look for the extra skills that complement what you are studying. Also, another thing, the course you've done, there are so many things that people are doing out there to make money. Why don't you also start doing something to make money in that course? An example of somebody doing a journalism course. Will you wait for the 4 years after graduation you start looking for a job? Or with the digital spaces, will you create your own studio? Will you create your own digital media platform? By the time you finish your campus, and this is something we usually tell people, by the time you finish your 4 years in campus, you will be having a media platform with over 50,000 followers, for example. That is a media platform that you can easily monetize, either through the in-house or inbuilt monetization or through brand sponsorships. That is one example. You are taking a course in a tertiary institution, a TVET institution, you're doing plumbing, you're doing building and civil engineering. Do you just go to classes and after classes you go back to the hostels? Or do you go to classes and after classes you try to find places or spaces where you can apply this skill? That is why we are saying that this time is too long or too short depending on how you use it. Somebody will finish the school, already they have an experience, a building experience of 4 years because they were in college for 4 years. They already have the skills, the papers, and the experience. You've supervised 3 to 4 projects. that have built big apartments somewhere. You cannot compare that person to someone else who was going to classes,
Exactly.
leaving classes, going to sleep in the hostel, or going to stroll around waiting for graduation.
Sure.
That is what we are talking about, this aspect of time in college or campus.
Good. And if you can really hear very well from the wisdom that we are getting here at Pathway 254, you can get that in campus is a place of growth, is a place of all those interactions. Now, Mr. Maraga, I want us to speak to us. What is the reality now on campus? What should one expect? What are the things that one really should focus on while still on campus?
Let's go back to before you join. When you are still in high school studying, there are so many expectations. There are so many things we are told, some of them which are true, some of them which are false. The first thing we are told is that there is a lot of freedom in campus, which is true. But where does this freedom lead to? Number two, the other thing we are told is that you can enjoy your life in campus. But the sad thing is that you can also suffer in campus, depending on how you approach it. And the other thing we are told is that there is the social aspect of campus. There are so many young, handsome gentlemen, young, beautiful ladies in campus. But also how you approach them matters. So the reality is this. Yes, depending on how you approach campus, everyone has to go through some of the hardest and also the sweetest parts of their lives in campus. Some of the most significant friends you'll ever make in your life, you'll meet them in campus. Not even in the workplace, because in campus everyone is real. In campus and college everyone is real. You, no matter where you come from, you can be able to see the real part of many people, leave alone the few who usually try to fake. And even those who try to fake, the good thing is that those who know them in person, they know that this person lives like this. This is the person's capabilities, these are their weaknesses. We are able to make a lot of our real friends in campus and in college, and these are the friends that have the longest impact in our lives. We've seen many people who meet, especially in the political space, who meet later when they are occupying very senior positions, and you hear that this one was a student leader at UON, the other one the same, the other one the same. They have met in the national landscape. That is what I'm saying, that most of the significant friends we'll ever find, they are in campus.
Exactly.
Number two, those people who say that come to enjoy life. I can assure you that if you don't manage your finances well, if you don't manage your time well, if you don't focus on the right things, you can also suffer in campus and suffer a lot of regrets. First of all, there is the issue of managing your time. If the time for classes, you are doing other things, the time for doing those other things is the time now you want to cram very fast. The last weekend to exams, you are there, dipping your legs in a bucket of water, wanting to cram the whole night. You will break down, you won't finish the journey.
Exactly.
So it is important to know that if you do the right thing at the right time in campus, you may not suffer as people usually say that you may suffer. You may enjoy your life, and even when you think you are enjoying your life also, enjoy it the right way. Because many of the addictions people get in this life, addictions that you are never able to run away from for the rest of your life, they get them in campus, in college. Once you are out of your parents' control, that is the freedom that we are talking about.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is so broad, and I think we need to have this in two forms. But now, in this, you mentioned something about finances, financial management, and all that. Now, in a glimpse, I just want you to just mention, like, on campus, kuna the issue ya kuoshwa. Comrade wanapigango muosho bana, unapata help iko, lakini mtu ameoshwa yote within the first time. So how do you know some of the platforms which are real and others which are, of course, not so real, which are fake?
Somebody once said, hii Kenya unaeza oshwa only if you are greedier than the conman.
Yes.
It is good to dream of riches and dream of big things. You see someone out there, anasema amepiga forex, anapanga magari zake line, and he's just a comrade like you. The funny thing is that if you talk to the people who are closest to that person, they will tell you that none of that is real. If you really need to justify something, if I need to prove every day to you that I'm rich, every day I want to prove that I'm rich, am I really rich? That is the question that you should ask yourself. This good life you're seeing out here, If that person is truly living that life, why are they so aggressive, encouraging you to join that life? Why don't they just enjoy? Because another thing, somebody is taking a lot of effort to pull you into something that they claim is working. In Swahili, we usually have this popular saying, chema chajiuza, kibaya chajitembeza. Kama kinajitembeza sana hivyo, kama lazima kila siku nifanye video 5 nikikuonyesha vile mimi ni tajiri, nikuonyeshe nimenawa mikono na pombe, nikuonyeshe nimechoma pesa, nikuonyeshe nimerarua, am I really living that life? Why do I need all this effort and energy to justify that I'm living that life? So I would want to encourage comrades. It is possible to have something that is giving you money on the side as you do your studies. We've all tried things. We've all tried selling the smochas and the rest. Tumejaribu mayai pasua, tumejaribu hii na hile. Once you decide that this is what is going to work, don't despise the humble beginning. That now umeanzisha kabiashara kako ni kadogo, unaogopa your fellow comrades wataibika wakikuona ukifanya hivyo. We have people who started with that. People who started with even the mutura joints in campus and they made it. Because you always have to agree and you always have to accept the fact that you will have to begin small. The other day I saw the women representative from Kirinyaga County. She was telling her story how she used to sell ujimoto in campus. Despite coming from a rich family, she wanted her own independent source of income.
Life is.
That tells you one thing. If this person came from a good family and started with uji, selling uji around Nairobi, and those who know, most of the comrades around Nairobi, they just want to apply makeup and look smart. But this is a person who was ready to do that. At the end of the day, you have to look beneath or beyond the surface and look for something to do which is sustainable. Once you ignore the optics, somebody else once said that the richest people usually don't look rich. Why are you struggling as a comrade to look rich? Can't you build something sustainable? Start small. Do not despise that small thing you want to start. Sell sukuma wiki around campus, kuwa baba mboga. Look for eggs, uza mayai boiro. Do whatever it takes, but avoid the allure of quick riches.
Exactly. Thank you very much. I have some take homes from the wisdom that we're getting from Pathway 254, and of course, if you have noted from him, he's saying that if you can be conned unless you are greedier than the conman himself or herself. And again, he's saying that in campus, you have to build a chain of networks. That brings us to that point of your network is your net worth. Now, I just want us to have a parting shot from him. And then, of course, if you don't follow us, you are missing a lot. Follow us. Piga pale kwa subscription, of course. Leave your comment, any topic that you want us to get into. And of course, we are rising. We are coming on top. So, Mr. Maraga, what's your parting shot?
My parting shot is this. As I said in the beginning, campus is the most significant part of your journey in this life. Campus is where you build most of the things. Approach it with sobriety, approach it with patience, approach it with wisdom.
Yes.
And last but most importantly, prioritize also your relationship with God.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, we may pretend that we know a lot of things. We may pretend that we want to be sharp boys. But remember that wisdom, the only person who gives wisdom is God. The only safest protection you'll ever get is through God. The only person who will listen to your problems without judging you, without spreading your problems to others or using your problems as leverage to feel like they are better than you is God.
Yes.
God will listen to your problems. God will answer you in secret. And also, if you're patient enough, you will actually see how God answers prayers.
Good.
That is my parting shot.
Indeed, let's be prayerful still on campus. This is Pathway 254. We've been your host here, Mr. Harrison, and of course,
Stephen Maranga. See you in the next episode of Pathway 254.
asanteni sana.